I'm gonna look up this thing that Young Pei is talking about. Anti-radiation. I mean, I I feel like the most logical answer for this is the correct one. Anti-radiation sickness meds. Ugh. Can you just stay in your house when that happens? Wowie. Oh, I see what you're talking about here. Okay. Okay. Well, crap. That'll be a fun new chapter. Okay. UN splashes 290 million on anti-radiation drugs after Putin ups nuclear threats. The US government has purchased a significant supply of radiation injury drugs as the Russian president threatened the use of nuclear weapons. Why though? A 290 million procurement of the drug Nplate to treat acute radiation syndrome ARS was announced by the Health and Human Services HSS. The government confirmed it was the first purchase of the drug manufactured by the California pharmaceutical company Amgen. The purchase comes after Putin renewed his threat of nuclear war. In a speech last month, he vowed to use all the means at our disposal to protect Russia and its people. This is not a bluff, he said. The US government, isn't that funny? Everyone said, "Oh, Trump's going to start a third world war. It's going to be Trump." And now we have no. Now it's happening with retarded Biden. Thanks. The purchase comes after I already read that. The US government said the procurement of N plate was not in response to the war in Ukraine. Then what is it a response to? An HSS spokesman told the Telegraph, "This is part of our ongoing work for preparedness and radiological security. It has not been accelerated by the situation in Ukraine." Oh, okay. But what are we trying to be radiologically secure for? Oh, just generally. It is understood the HSS has been working with Amgen and similar companies for some years. The US has maintained waterproof shoes. Don't get distracted. The U.S. has maintained a stockpile of leucine, a drug which also treats ARS since 2013. In 2017, the HSS partnered with Novartis, another pharmaceutical company, to determine if a product used for patients with low blood platelets, known as thrombocytopenia, these words are too big for me, could be used to protect people in the event of a nuclear incident. The supply of N plate, it almost sounds like a slur or like a, you know, has been procured to save lives following radiological and nuclear emergencies, according to HSS announcement. ARS, also known as radiation sickness, occurs when a person's entire body is exposed to a high dose of penetrating radiation, reaching internal organs in a matter of seconds. Symptoms of ARS injuries include impaired blood clotting as a result of low platelet counts, which can lead to uncontrolled and life threatening bleeding. To reduce radiation induced bleeding, N plate stimulates the body's production of platelets. The drug can be used to treat adults and children. Wow. Damn. The Telegraph understands N plate is approved for use in Europe and the UK to treat low platelet counts in adults, but there's currently no license for it to be used for other purposes, such as blood injuries following ARS. Oh, sounds pretty experimental. Like, sounds like they haven't really used it for this. Hmm. Okay. Sounds like another experimental drug. Should be fun. What if we just shut our windows? What if like we just stay inside? Yawning is a symptom that you may have been nuked. Uh-oh. I'm hoping to get wiped out in the first wave and come back on as a nuclear zombie. Yeah, you could be like the first zombie YouTuber. Yeah. People respected Trump. People like feared him in a healthy way. I think the way that people do with Putin. Well, maybe not in a healthy way, but they definitely fear him and probably respect him. Oh my God. Buy your rooting for Putin shirt now so the Ruskies know to let you pass. True. Go to flagranttriggers.com and get yours today. Putin is not threatening to launch nukes against the USA, but the USA politicians and media is freaking out. So it doesn't take much of a guess to figure out who is threatening the first launch. Ooh. So you think we are? Aren't we responsible for the fucking Nord Stream exploding? Yeah. Oh, they're still gonna blame Trump for everything. And yes, they do sound vaccinated. Gamma radiation is neutrons that are unbound from the proton neutron. Ooh, we got a smarty pants in the chat. From the proton neutron core of atoms staying inside changes nothing. You need a Faraday cage powered by a reactor. How do you know I don't have that? My eyes, see goggles do nothing. The US government is putting weapons on Russia's border, not the other way around. Yeah, I was told that a lot of this shit is happening to keep the US dollar as like the main currency for the world, like the main currency standard. I was told that like part of why we have such crazy inflation right now is done on purpose to keep another country's currency from like coming in and taking over basically. Like I know that Europe is also thinking about doing like the one world digital currency, but it just seems like all of this is to ensure like America, you know, like stays on top. I was also told that another reason for the borders being so open has to actually do with GDP. Like a lot of people are obviously like upset, like, oh, all these illegals coming in, they're not gonna pay taxes, blah blah. They're doing their jobs. But another reason is that it keeps our GDP up. Like I guess all of like the kind of the modern countries are all doing a shit job at maintaining population. All of our birth rates are down, like across the board. No one's like maintaining status quo, but something about letting in more illegals like keeps our body count up. So it keeps the GDP up in places like China, Japan, like their birth rates are fucked, just like ours are. But it has to do with just like bodies in production. Which sound that was my like retarded person way of explaining what's going on. Yeah, cheap labor to stay competitive. I don't know, man. I think the borders are so open so employers have a steady stream of cheap labor. Right, because they're not going to demand like $20 minimum wage or something like that. Hickson doesn't think other countries have the ability to bully us around. I mean, I think it used to be that way. I think we've made ourselves kind of a laughing stock with our sort of pussification of our country and our culture. It's easy to not take us seriously right now. With drag queen story hour being like we're about to put a drag queen on a dollar bill. We're not, but on the dollar bill, that'd be funny. Jordan Peterson said the world population is hitting 9 billion and then tapering off. The Georgia Guidestone people will be so happy to hear that. Exactly. They're bullying us because we are letting them. What's going to happen? Everybody buy your anti-radiation pills. Love you guys. Thank you for the chats. Thank you for the comments. I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Bye. All right. Love you guys. God, I don't even want to leave. This candle smells so good. I don't want to leave. All right. Love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye. Love you all. Join the Discord. Feet. Love you all. Wow. You guys are awesome. Come and get it. Bye, guys. Bye. Now I'm really leaving. Love you. Bye.